Has it been a minute since I did one of these? Yeah. I've had a couple of workouts since months ago. I don't work out as often as I should. I try to stay busy, and that's the most important thing. Try to stay busy. But yeah, this is a workout video-ish. And I guess every good workout should start with some sort of a warm-up activity. And if you have flat ground, congratulations. I don't have much flat ground. I'm kind of going like this. We're gonna do the army warm up. That's not how you call it. It's the PRT preparatory drill. Yeah. And do I have a light mist? I thought I felt the sprinkles. No. First exercise is the bend and reach. You start like this, not palms forward. You're not like praising. Okay, you can do that too while you're at it, I guess. But I can't even go sideways too much because again the hill. And you go slow. Okay, you know what? Let's do it without a count today. Maybe I'll just talk with you, and we're just gonna go back, just reaching back, bending the knees slightly, and then straight back up tall. If you see my midriff, nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry. Not sorry, Reese's. And then do it again. And we're just going to do that a few times, okay? Just a few times. Maybe 6 or 7 times. No, that's not fun anymore, is it? I'm hoping I ruined it with my students, too. Oh, need to make up numbers for problems, or you'd have the answer be 67. They'd get a kick out of it at first, and it just got old. Yes. Don't you feel better already? I feel better already. The next one is the rear lunge. Be ready, right? Heck. Ready, so we fight punch by punch. That's the memory aid. But anyway, the first R is the rear lunge. So we're just going to go back. We're not going to stop and hold the stretch. Just like a momentary pause. Now when you go back, extend that heel. Don't go here and stop. No, extend that heel back. Okay. So anyway, when you're making a workout video, there's some things that you have to have, right? First off, you have to have a beautiful background. I think that's something that's lacking in a lot of folks' workout videos. They're in a gym or something. Like anybody can go to a gym. That's boring. Find some place, and I'm fortunate, this is my place. But not everybody is a landowner. So find some place, public park, a friend's place. I just show up unannounced on somebody's property. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You might be getting some extra cardio in. Oh, why am I doing this one? I don't know. I just felt like my lower back needed an extra stretch real quick. It's not part of the program. Be ready. Hack. And I think I like the memory aid heck because why the heck are we doing something so aggressive on just the third exercise? It's the high jumper, folks. And the start position is going to be right here. Knees bent. Back straight but tilted forward slightly. Arms back in line with your back. And you're gonna do a little jump and a big jump. It looks something like this. Little jump, big jump. And notice there was like a mini one in between. We're going to do a few of those, and then I'll talk at you some more, because I don't talk enough, Little jump, big jump, little jump, big jump, just like this. And you just do that again for 6 or 7 reps. Oh, gosh, I did that one wrong. Oh. So, yeah, we got the scenery, and you got to have some kind of plan, but be willing to adjust. Be willing to do something else. Most of all, I guess, even before the scenery, just freaking do something. Do something. Why am I breathing heavy already? Is it because I'm 40 pounds overweight? Yeah, probably. And also, be willing to be a little miserable. And if you do it on purpose, it's kind of like, ha-ha, I'm beating the system. All right, be ready, heck, ready. The next one is the rower. What I mean about being miserable is it's soaking wet out here. We've had rain for like a week and a half straight. I've been making squishy noises here as I was doing my little thing. It's not dried off yet. We're supposed to get more rain. Anyway, there's no dry spot. I don't know what I'm looking around for. Like, looking around for a dry spot. The next exercise is the rower, and we're just going to... Oh, yeah. Whew, that's soaking in. And it's kind of like the bend and reach in that you start like this, but laying down. You're going to come up, and then back. Come up, and when you come up, feet flat, try to arm straight out, okay? Pull your chest to kind of ish towards your knees. Okay? Get as close to that as you can. And then, show the world your out of shape belly at the same time. And you're just going to do that a few times. Yeah. Always feel like I'm going to roll downhill out here. Did I get a little wet? Yeah. That's okay. We're going to get more wet here very, very quickly. Because today's workout is about another rule, I think, of good exercise. It's kind of counterintuitive, but you want to be inefficient. More on that here in a second. Be ready, hack ready, sew. I like to sew because I don't get in the ground again. The squat bender. And with the squat bender, we squat. And then we bend. It looks something like this. Starting positions here. Squish, squish, squish. There we go. That's a good spot. And heels stay down, okay? Heels stay down. You're gonna go that well. Just watch. You squat, and then you're gonna bend. And notice how, like, pretending I'm picking something up. That's kind of on purpose. When you squat, straight out, palms toward each other, knees down to about 90 degrees. My back, guys, try to keep your back straight and somewhat upright. And then when you go down, you're bending over, but you're still trying to keep your back kind of straightish, and you're bending your knees to get down. Okay. All right. So it's called the bend and no, that was the first one. It's called the squat bender because again we squat and we bend, and if your knee cracks a little like mine, it's fine, unless it's not. So, anytime you're working out, trying to get a little exercise, get the heart rate up, whatever, blood pumping in the morning, you gotta remember the difference between slight discomfort and pain. No pain, no gain. Well, I'd say no discomfort, no gain, maybe. You want to be a little uncomfortable in your workout. Oh, that's the other thing. Morning. I slept in this morning. It's summer break, y'all. I'm a teacher. It's summer break. One of my favorite times of year. Other time is finals week because you get to see the kids suffer. No. But kinda. So, a little suffering. Never hurt anybody. That's not true. That's not true. Anyway, I don't teach history anymore, but I know a little bit. Do you want to see? I got to take just a second and just show you more than just what you're looking at here. You pan to the right. Everything you see out to about, it's only like maybe 150 meters out, 150 yards out-ish is mine. Basically, to where the hay field ends there, that's mine. I've got little woods in the bottom here, a bit more hay over there. That's my garage. And then over here, I got to the bottom. I don't have that beautiful setting over there. No, we are very fortunate where we are and what we have. But don't get it twisted. The market was just right when I bought, and then it was even cheaper because the place was basically condemned. Needed a smidge of work. Okay, what's next? Be ready, heck ready. So the windmill. I like the windmill. It's so, dare I say, elegant? Not the way I do it. I'm sure I look terrible, but you know, again, you're bending both knees, one a little bit more than the other. You start with your feet maybe just a smidge more than shoulder width apart. Arms straight out. My shoulder is bothering me, kind of like normal. So I'm going to do my best here to keep it tight. That hurts. There, it's just discomfort now. Let's just try to hold it here. And you really do hold your arms kind of just steady here. Go ahead and start bending your knees slightly. You're going to go right hand to left toe first, and you're going to point with the left hand up. Just watch. And then follow along. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1. Notice again, the inside leg of the turn here is bent just a little bit. This one's bent more. And back up. I'm just going to do a few of those. Slow, steady, even slower so you know where you get a good stretch. You're actually wanting to go down, you know, until you get a good stretch. If you need to adjust the knee bend more. If you can't get down there, bend less if you can to get that stretch in your lower back, that twisting motion. Don't exaggerate it. You're not trying to hurt yourself. But when you're twisted this way, I'm getting a real good stretch here on my lower right back, which is really where I personally need it all the time. Something about an SI joint and degenerative disc disease. That's fine. You know, I'm 42. Aren't you supposed to start breaking down? I don't know. It's been happening since I was 35. And I don't keep myself in good enough shape. Guys, I'm sure it's like you know things are good for you, and you don't do them. You find an excuse. You say, I'm just too comfortable in bed. Whatever it is. Get over your freaking excuses. I'm telling you, I'm telling myself. Do some. All right. Fight. So we fight. The F is kind of looks like a curtsy. It's weird. It's a forward lunge, but it's not like what you think. Because back in the day, even in the Army, right, the forward lunge was you'd take a big step forward, you come down, you maybe even barely touch your knee, and you come up and you say, oh, don't let the knee pass the toe. You know, you do all the things right. And that's, as far as I know, nothing has changed about this being a good exercise. This is fine. This is good. And that is a forward lunge, but it's not the current, unless they changed it again. But the PRT, physical readiness training, that the Army spent billions or whatever on, the forward lunge looks a little different. Looks more like a curtsy. I guess they hung out with the Queen too much before she died. So it's a very baby, very, very baby step forward. I mean, we're talking barely heel past the other toe. Baby step forward, and then you're actually going to go straight down. Both heels stay down. You're going to go straight down until it should be uncomfortable, go down further than that. Like my heel would pinch, right? And you come back up. Again, you're trying to keep your back straightish. Baby step forward, straight down-ish, and back up. You'll probably get about close to a 90-degree angle on your knees, and then you're right back up. That's it. So we're going to do a few of those. Don't bend over, okay? Straight down, straight back up as best you can. Just like that. And my right ankle the nerves are swollen still. It's, you know, we used to do like fun PT sometimes, depending on who your commander was. I've been in several units, and when I was active duty, like on Fridays, sometimes they'd do fun PT. And usually it was playing football or basketball or ultimate frisbee. Makes it sound more manly when you say it like that. You're throwing up. But you know, the risk there that the commander was always taking was that somebody's going to get hurt. And the injuries when you're doing PT, fun PT, happen at a higher rate, seems like, than if you're doing regular PT. And because the regular PT is regimented, it's structured, everybody knows the movements, they're, I don't know, approved. Whereas when you're playing a sport, your body is doing movements based on the moment, the situation. So things tend to happen. Well, this ankle hasn't been happy with me for a long time. But the more recent one, I was actually not on active duty. I was in the National Guard. But then I was on active duty for training or whatever it was. And so I was getting pretty good shape again. And we were doing fun PT on a Friday. I was playing basketball. And I was 35 years old. Yeah. And I was playing basketball with these 19, 20, 21-year-olds. And keeping up with them. That's not good. So I actually rolled my ankle inward, probably more than a roll, because it's been easily re-aggravated ever since, and I did that recently. Playing basketball with, at an older age, 42, but get this, not with 19, 20, 21-year-olds. No, I was doing it with high school kids. Because that's smarter. So I'm going up against 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade students. You know, it's the end of the year, class is over, finals are basically done. So between, we took a break to the back gym. And I was moving and I was dominating, right? That's bad. And I slammed my foot down to brake and boom, oh gosh. I don't know. Stress something, fracture something, probably not, but I'm going to say that because it sounds better. Right at the top, where all the metatarsals meet the ankle and whatnot. Both of them, actually, I kind of did that too. But right now, the right one's hurting more than the left. Too much talking. Forward lunge. So we fight punch by punch. The first P is the prone row. And when people see this, they're like, what on earth? And they're like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. So you get down like a push-up. Yeah, we're going to get wet on the front too. Oh, yeah. And toes stay down. Arms stay up. Try to extend them out. My shoulder, I might try to stay back a little bit so I'm not getting as much torque on it. And you go like this, in cadence exercise. 1, 2, 3. I said we weren't going to count. But basically you pull back like a back crunch. That lower back all the way up to the middle back. All the way up to your shoulders, your shoulder blades, your everything. You extend out, and then you pull it tight. Try to breathe. Keep breathing. Pull it back. And then relax. You don't really hold it there. If you want, you can do a quick pause. But if you're doing it right, I mean, whew, gosh, that whole back is getting a good little workout. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, bones and Ahura, they're all wet. So another thing you got to have when you're working out is the attire. You know, you have to have the best workout equipment. No, you can just whatever you laying around. These shorts don't even have a button. So you wear a belt. That's okay. That's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Gotta have the cringe moment in there. No, I've already had cringe moments. cringe workout video. Bi is the bent leg body twist, which I don't like doing downhill. Maybe we'll do it both ways. We'll do it downhill and downhill. Does that make sense? Somebody just drove by and was looking at me funny. I'm not that far off the road. I can see kind of people's faces. Guy was like, what is he doing? Just standing out in the field. People probably know. Like, because there's weird people that record themselves, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be an influencer, but I think that is the definition. All right, so, this isn't a stretching exercise. It's a moving stretching exercise. So I have the temptation to pause and hold this stretch for a second. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. Now, if you're in formation, that's not perfectly fine. Oh, yeah. So anyway, arms are straight out, palms down, knees, hips, ankles even if you want, 45-degree angles. No, 90-degree angles. And you're going to go to one side, back to center, and the other, kind of holding everything else steady. Bent leg, body twist. And you try to keep your knees kind of close-ish together. You can keep them all the way closed, but as long as they're close. Great core exercise. A lot of folks just cannot do this at first. If you can't, that's okay. What you might do is start, heck, you might even, I think this is the official modify. Oh gosh, I might be missing something on my shorts there. Just a little bit of rippage. That happened before. I just forgot that these shorts had that. So anyway, you could be here and just tilt. If you're really at the beginner stage, just a lot of these exercises can be modified. I've got another video on the channel, type in the search box for the channel, modified, and you should get to a video where I show like all the warm-up videos modified. That might be handy for a lot of you, even myself, if I'm in recovery from an injury or a boo-boo, or if you just haven't been at it for a long time, that might be handy, okay? So, last warm-up exercise is everybody's favorite. By the way, if you skipped all those and you're just jumping back in, you should still do the push-ups. So I'll try to put the chapter mark right before this. Get down! Do the push-ups! Now, another, I think, rule, I'm talking too much, but I'll keep talking and just start doing push-ups. Here I've got my hands below my shoulders. Try to keep your back straight, right? And look forward is usually better than, if you look down, you're gonna hit the ground with your forehead. But variation, repetition, but with variation, okay? Don't do, like, oh, do 100 push-ups a day. Well, I'm nowhere near that anymore. But I could do 20, right? And I could do them all right here. But I don't have to. I could move one hand forward, one hand back a little. And now I'm slightly using different muscles, ever so slightly. So it's that repetition, but with variation. I can put my arms out wide, work more of my chest. I can bring them in, work just the triceps, like focus it. So don't be afraid to do some variation with your repetition. Or if you're in much better shape than me, do 100 of each. Are you Superman? I mean, come on, good for you. That's not me, not yet. I'm working on it. Soon I'll have the S. Probably won't stand for super. It didn't for Superman either, did it? Didn't it stand for something? I don't remember. It was like his family crest, but everybody just thinks it stands for Superman. We're done with our warm-ups, folks. So I'm going to keep the actual part of the workout very brief, because this could go on as long as as long as you need it to. All right, don't look at my rip shorts. It's fine. So Spectrum, we might be getting faster internet soon. No, they came and then they just left. What? No, come back. They couldn't have finished what they're doing that fast, could they? They were just here during this. Whatever. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm going to start back a little ways. I'm going to start back here. Now, this is a hay field, and I already took first cutting off of it because I'm amazing. No, because it was drought, and it had gone to seed, and so I took the hay. We're already up mid-calf, ankle, mid-calf height. It's going to boom here because we had so much rain. The ground's actually a little soft with water. This hayfield, I'm hoping, is up to my knees in about a week. And then another week after that, I'll be thinking about second cutting, maybe end of June. Guys, today's main exercise. We've done crawling before. Daggone it, I've done the crawling video before. Well, we're going to do it again, folks. We're going to crawl. And I guess, you know, with anything, there's a progression. And if you crawl slowly enough, it's not that difficult. But if you try to go faster, or if you have weight on your back, you can make this more difficult. And this is a high crawl, by the way. Oh, it's an army crawl. Well, which kind of army crawl? In the army, we do all sorts of crawling. So this is a high crawl, and you'd probably have your weapon here, right? And you'd be doing this, and that's a high crawl. A low crawl, again, type in crawl in my search box on the channel, and you'd see you're out like this. Your head's in the dirt. You got your weapon just barely the muzzle out of the ground, and you're just dragging yourself along, just trying to stay below the bullets. Man, no wonder cows love this stuff. Some of this hay, the clover and whatnot and so forth, just smells amazing. And it's wet. I swear, once it dries, if you've never smelled beautifully cured, sweet smell of hay. Got some red clover in here, white clover like crazy. You know, white clover's pretty good eating. Get my breakfast. Just do a little crawling for a workout. Now, I was thinking, I do that sometimes. My mother says it's dangerous. Incorporate, that's good core. But you could do like a caterpillar. You can start here, just trying to give you some ideas, and then bring your feet up, and then back down. You could even, like, hear me out. Oh, well, you could go backwards. Crawl up, down, and that way you're getting your triceps, you're getting your arms, you're getting your wrists, you're getting there. Anyway, what you can do is zigzag caterpillar. Get more of the obliques in on it too, right? So if you're here, start here, work out. Maybe you're just walking while extending. I don't know. Talk about good shoulder. It's a little hard on the wrists, so if your wrists aren't there yet, but that's an idea. Remember as kids? Might be a long way back for you. I don't know how old you are, but you remember doing goofy stuff in gym class? I know the newer kids, they don't have gym class. Remember the crab walk? This is hard, especially uphill. This is hard. This is a good workout, y'all. Am I showing you my leg again? It's okay. I'm wearing undies. Backwards crab, go uphill, backwards crab walk. I mean, this is good. Are they lost? They're coming back again. They went this way, that way, back this way. I feel like they're lost. You get the idea though. Crawl. What other kind of crawls? Oh, bear crawl. Hard on the wrist. That's why I kind of like the high crawl, because it's not hard on the wrists. You're on your forearms, right? You're on your forearms. You're spreading that load out. I'm in the mud. Why would I pick the muddy spot? I don't know. So, guys, crawl. Crawl forward, crawl backward. The grass is only irritating until you take your shower, unless you're allergic. I know some people, guys, isn't everybody at least a little allergic to grass? It's irritating. When it's wet, it's actually maybe better-ish. I don't know. I feel like the warm-up was enough for me today. There is the cool down. I'll show it to you. But at least I got out and did something today. I'm sure I'll do something else, but probably involving a tractor. Maybe putting a top hydraulic link on it. Maybe. Over at Umple. Right here. And you're not yanking on it, okay? We're not yanking. We're more leaning, okay? Like I could do this without the other hand. Look. There, and I lean, and I still feel a stretch here. Still feel a stretch. Hold that for like 15, 20 seconds, whatever feels good, and then do the other one. Put it right there. You can grab it, but don't yank, okay? You're just there to kind of make sure it pulls a little bit. You should be feeling it all the way up to your elbow, all right? Overly ready ETS, so that's the O for overly. No, it's for over at Armple. The R is the rear lunge, and this time we are going to hold it. Hold it. Hold. It's not hard, though. Back in the day, we used to do the whole hold it thing and count by halves and quarters and eighths and things to kind of entertain each other while we're exercising, and it was hard. So when you're saying hold it, you're meaning like, oh gosh, hold it. This is easy. Remember, straight back, heel down. If you can't go that far back with your heel down, then bring it in a little bit. You should be feeling a stretch in your hip flexor, on your back leg, and probably on your calf. If you ever so slightly turn, you'll feel a stretch on the ends. Don't go crazy. You're going to pull something, okay? Tear something. But if you're here and you feel a stretch, after a second, just turn a little bit and you'll feel a little bit of like, ooh, there's extra tension there. Okay? And then switch. Yeah, it's itchy-ish things and stuff, and micro tears. You know, blades of grass kind of abrasive sometimes. Okay. Overly ready E is the extend and flex. So now we're really looking kind of yoga-ish. Gosh. Get down. Then you push up. Keep your waist down if you can. If you can't keep your waist down like this, you might drop to your elbows. If you're still getting an abdominal stretch, you should feel a stretch in your abs. But come up. And here again, do a little twist, get a little more stretch on your right, do a little switch to your right, get a little more stretch on your left, maybe. You know, I didn't really feel much difference there. Just a smidge. We do have bugs in the grass, but I'm going to head straight in and take a good shower. Cold at first. When you've been out in the grass like this, you're going to want to take a cold shower first to try to get all the aggravating stuff off of you before you open your pores up, if you can help it. And check for ticks, of course. That's the extend. The flex, you go straight from that. You're gonna walk back into your flex. Try to keep your heels down. You should feel a stretch all the way up the back of your leg to your butt. The hammies and whatnot are going, ah, what are you doing? Yep, scratch, scratch. Try to avoid that. And then I take my butt and I go to the right, or to the left, I guess, to stretch the right side more. And then wag my butt to the right to stretch the left side more for that lower back where I've got issues. Okay. So that's the flex. And you're supposed to, like, while you're actually squeezing your abs, to arch that back up like a ticked off cat. And that feels good. Overly ready ET thigh stretch. And the thigh stretch looked kind of goofy. All right, it's whatever. You can do it standing. You can just do this number, the Army's way, though. Now, grab the ankle, not the toe. Right heel on left, above left knee. And you're actually going to be here on your forearm again. Not slouching. Get up. And your slight pull back, slight push back to stretch your left thigh first. And you're up in a dignified pose. No slouching. Hold that 15, 20 seconds. And then you're going to come back to start position and go the other way. And sometimes I'll see people like this. You have to be up and push that top hip forward so that you engage your thigh, your quad, in an actual stretch. Otherwise, you'd be like, I'm not feeling anything. Well, of course not. You ain't doing it right. Well, again, 10, 20 seconds. And then everybody's favorite, because it means you're done. I'm going to go this way so you don't see my butt. All right. Arms out. Left leg first. And keep this opposite shoulder on the ground, which is kind of hard on this hill. I'm really wanting to roll right now. This is very similar to what you do to put somebody in a recovery position, right? On their side so they can barf out over here or whatever. Or to roll them up so you can put what do they call that? Bodyboard. What, you know what I'm saying, medics out there. Under them, and then you roll them back. And then your right leg. Oh, this is much easier going uphill like this. Oh, try to keep this other leg straight out. This feels really good on my bad lower back. I guess it's not that bad if I can still make it feel good in a stretch. It's just, I do a lot of standing and very slow pacing around the room most of the year. Oh, it's just not as good for you as walking, believe it or not. Folks, first video, and I'm pretty sure this was close to 3.5 months, so I apologize for the break in the action. Anyway, work out. And remember the important things. Location, attire, and don't be afraid to have somebody drive by and look at you like you're a goofball. Maybe not do it in the gym. I don't know. Or maybe people are like, what are you doing? Strike up a conversation. That's fun too, I guess. Have a good one. Till next time.